Rutgers Scarlet Knights hosting a regional rival in a pivotal series, Penn State in town in Piscataway. We welcome you live to the Rutgers softball complex here on Big Ten Plus with Miles Grossman, the rest of our Big Ten Plus crew. I'm Dom Savino. We could not be more thrilled to bring
their own senior day, so looking to play spoiler after they got spoiled.
And Morrison chops it on the ground, deep in the hole. It's short. There's Kylie Sand. It's a good throw, but L.A. Matthews can't dig it off the turf. And Morrison, who's got good speed, is on with him for one right here. Blazes it in there and finds the outside corner. First punch out of the senior weekend for Maddie Boyd.
You see Leo.
Okay. So Jones thought it was strike three, but it was not. It was ball four, and that gives Gabby Garcia the opportunity to sacrifice a bunt. And now all of a sudden, Penn State set up with two in scoring position and only one out.
Yeah, boy, did that happen quickly, but we can't confirm it was just ball four there, so no hit by pitch to lead this Nittany Lion squad.
Big pitch here. And it's lofted over to second, over Lawson, and the drawn-in infield. Everybody froze, so just one scores. That's Morrison. But Penn State takes advantage, and the Nittany Lions have the lead to start the series.
And a nice little bloop single into right there. And really just over the second baseman's head. Not much anyone could do about that one. You mentioned the infield pushed in with two runners in scoring position. Hit it where they ain't.
Corner's drawn even more, thinking about that bunt, and Rutgers will give Gordon second base. So it's strike one, but Rutgers not trying to fool around with shelf with the gloves very well. Pitch, chase and a miss, strike three. Emily Maddock ranks as the toughest Big Ten hitter to strike out and be here together, with Boyd transferring in. And this is pounded on the ground to second. Lawson able to handle that, and the top of the first is over. But Penn State takes advantage.
This team, and really one of the more reliable leadoff bats in all of the Big Ten.
And grounds the first pitch over to second. Morrison handles it. One pitch, one away for a woman who is no doubt a front runner for very odd COVID times. Chopped over to third. Easy handle and a strong throw across the diamond from Maddock. You expect that. 2 outs.
Yeah, Maddox so. But Bridget Namath, it's hard to overstate what a special year it's been.
And on 3 pitches, sets down Smith. The freshman hosted Michigan this past weekend. The Wolverines this weekend are hosting Ohio State to close out. Northwestern home against Indiana to wrap up. As Boyd climbs the ladder and has her second strikeout of the day.
And that's got to feel great.
1-1. That's a slow chopper over to first. L.A. Matthews ranges to her right to scoop up the second down. And now for Maddie Boyd after that bumpy start to the ball game that included the...
Won 30 games in 22 and 23. That's the first time since 05-06.
Oh, and handcuffed Leilani Chavez in right. It's down. She throws. Paletti looking to stretch, and she's safe. Just beat it out. Was an awkward play for Chavez, who charged.
Base pass in the first, but settled in nicely and able to get a strike across here. But
that slips through Wingert, and so Paletti goes to third. And now a single definitely doubles the Penn State advantage.
Yeah, Penn State.
This is smacked to center, and well, Smith is back. It's over her head off the base of the wall. Paletti scores, and Caitlin Morrison stands at second with a 2-out ribby double.
Yeah, Caitlin Morrison with a clutch piece right there over the head of the center fielder in Smith. You see tracking back, really no chance on it whatsoever, off the wall. Little awkward handling it, but nevertheless, that's going to be an RBI double no matter how it's played.
Swing and a miss, strike three. And Boyd goes back to the punch out to end the top of the second. Penn State gets a run. Morrison's RBI double does that.
And it speaks to an upcoming challenge for this Rutgers coaching staff.
This is lifted high in the sky to left field. Gordon is back and on the warning track. She's got it. One away. And Katie Winger just missed home run number 42.
They can't be patient up there. They know they have to be hitters up there, and that time and time again throughout Big Ten play is put hitters on their back foot.
Climbs the ladder, strike 3. 2 punch outs for Bridget Namath, who's bringing experience. It's not like you get to the bottom of the lineup and find a bunch of players in their first year of college softball. Fifth-year senior Linkavage tucks it inside first. She's got a double. 300. And gets under this, flares it to right field, falling fast in a sprinting grab. That's Morrison going out, who calls off Brunson. The tougher catch, but it still found a... Yeah, for Boyd's standards, she didn't pitch much this past weekend. As Gabby Garcia leading off the 3rd inning, grounds out to 3rd. And he's run away. This past weekend, just 9 1/3 innings for Boyd. Somebody who hasn't... Another 2-strike pitch coming from Maddie Boyd. And Boyd wins the battle of the Maddies and sets down Gordon. 4th strikeout now for Boyd. She made that point. I don't think pitchers like pitching to me because the zone's small. And Emily Maddock may not be all that tall, but she sure knows how to get on base. She does it there with 2 outs.
And textbook.
Probably a little more with 2 outs. Happened an inning ago. With Haley Brunson now at the plate. And pulls that on the ground, but right at Ellie Matthews. Inside retired. Maddie Boyd had settled down a little bit. She has retired for...
And of course, a walk to lead off that inning would be as uncharacteristic as it comes.
Pounded on the ground, over to second, and Morrison handles it nicely for the 1st out.
And 5 is pretty amazing how young she is. She doesn't look it and she doesn't act it.
Anderson goes down to get that, but the results the same as the last. A ground out to second. And a couple of tap outs for Namath so far.
Ever in a single year. Wingert, not only home runs, but RBIs now.
Guided over to 3rd for Maddock to handle and fire over to 1st. Bridget Namath has her second in 2 young programs. They took their lumps that year. As Clausewitz guides this over to right and caught by Lawson, 1 away. 2021, the last 2 teams in the Big Ten facing each other for different conference championships, and here they are doing battle, looking for Big Ten positioning. As Boyd puts that on the inside corner, strike 3. She's got her 5th. She's got 5 strikeouts. Did she swing at that? Yes, on appeals she did, so Wingert's got a throw, and now Boyd's got 6. Really has locked in over the last couple of innings, trying to keep this ball game where it is, 2-0.
6 Ks for Boyd, that cake board. I mean, you see it across the board about just trying to mess up that tempo. Simple as that. Get in the head of the pitcher, mess up the rhythm, but right there, not working that time.
Yeah, it makes it feel a little bit better as Namath
looking to break the seal.
Namath trying to use the top of the zone, but Smith stays away. Now a 2-2, gets it outside, and it's strike 3. Bridget Namath, full control of her arsenal. That shows you how good that she's been, that getting behind an account like this draws a visit from the catcher. And 3-1 roped, but right at Maddock. Inning over. Katie Wingert has had 2 big swings, both of them. And Boyd delivers. It's punched into shallow right field, but not a long run for Leilani Chavez. And Caitlin Morrison retired for the first time today.
And Maddie Boyd continues.
First, and then Morrison had that ribby double in the second. That's a story. As Jones guides it, sand in the hole, bouncing throw that's reeled in by Morrison. Boyd again deals an 0-2. And Garcia towers this to left. Anderson stops at the fence. The wind blowing in from left field and helps keep that one in the park. Off the bat, it looked like it could have been Garcia. Some individual performances this year for Namath that just make you say, wow. As Leilani Chavez pulls it on the ground to 1st, and that's easy for Paletti to handle. And the streak continues for Namath.
It did as well.
And now this is tagged to left, but hanging for Gordon to cut over and grab. And pretty clear today with the wind blowing in from left, you are going to have to tag it and hit it real hard.
Yeah, maybe for these righties, you get confident with the finish.
And blazes it at the top of the zone for strike 3. Broadway Bridget in full control in Jersey.
And me could really break through on that first day and make a run, but
Gordon slams this to left. Did she get enough? Yes, she did. Home run inside the foul pole. She cracked the left field code and gives Penn State insurance in the 6th.
And we talked about the wind already. Tacks on one more insurance run. You see powerfully hit there, tracking back and not a chance. Man, oh man, that one was powerful. And gotta feel great for Gordon. Now leads the Nittany Lions, but here's another piece.
Oh, Maddox sends it all the way to the track, and it's a stand-up double. Hey, Emily Maddox got power.
Not too surprising there.
Boyd in the zone. Lawson with a great diving grab, keeps it on the infield. Maddox stumbles around third and slides back into the base. And that's inside, ball 4. Well, Brooke Clausewitz is the DP right now, but she started in this game. Rutgers gave second base with the same sort of situation. Now it's a full count. And it's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Runner breaks for second to throw the tag. They got Clausewitz, and the top of the 6th ends. A strike him out, throw him out to end further trouble for Rutgers. But Penn State does get a run on the home run by Gordon.
Good old-fashioned strike him out, throw him out. Got the runner in no man's lane, and Rutgers looking to turn things up and force the issue.
Bach behind 0-2. And takes on the outside corner, strike 3. Now Bridget Namath unfazed. 6. You may have noticed them there. Michaela Barbonente is now in left. And Maddie Gordon slides into right. As that one's at the top of the zone, a swinging strike 3, and Bridget Namath's got another. And we've seen that throughout the game. No change. As Sand guides us up the middle, Marcotte ranges to her left. It's a close play, and Sand is safe. And
showing off that veteran eye.
This is rolled over to second. Sand veers out of Morrison's path, but still plenty to get Matthews.
Giving up 2 extra base hits, a couple walks. The numbers aren't bad at all.
1-2. Swing and a miss. Went back to it. And now back-to-back strike. We have to go back to the car for it. Morrison drops the bunt. Really good one. The throw's over Maddie Lawson's head. Oh, Chavez was there to back it up, but it kicked away from her, and now Morrison's off to the races. She's at third. That took an odd hop and right. The even greater power hitters in Garcia and Gordon. And they'll get a chance to swing. Wingard held that there for several beats. So runners out in the corners. Garcia bunting. The runner goes to second. The tag safe. And Morrison never tried to go home. So Jones is in at second. It's going to go as a stolen base. 2-1. Oh, pardon me. 3 balls and a strike. And that's outside. So that's ball 4. All the way around, we had 2. Next one. Powered to center. Smith. It stays in the sky for her. She's got it. Morrison tags. Smith throws a BB in, but she's too far into the outfield, and Morrison scores. And a sacrifice fly for Maddie Gordon.
You see opponent getting swept versus Michigan at home, but now the Penn State offense has found itself a little bit. Good old-fashioned sac fly.
Now Smith at the pitcher's arm made that a pretty close play, but just too far away. As Maddox taps it back to Boyd, and the 7th is over. Most encouraging sign for Penn State's offense today, 7 innings, 4 of on. Pitching with a 4-0 lead as Morgan Smith comes up with a hit to start it off inside the right field line, and a sliding double for Morgan Smith, who had struck out her first 2 times against Bridget Namath.
Well, the Scarlet Knights are going to need
11 seniors. Wingert's another. She flies it to right. Gordon was in, now out, makes the catch, and off balance That gives Smith the ability to tag and go to third. And that's ball 4. I said it with the single from San. This is the reason why every extra tally from Penn State means more, because if the run doesn't score, the unearned run in that last inning doesn't score, Rutgers would bring the tying run to the plate right now. Kobe Hura rolls in there after Hurka gets the walk, and now Linkavich swings and rolls it under Marcotte's mid into left field, base hit, and Rutgers has stopped the shutout in the 7th. 2 hits and a walk in this plate, and she's ahead 1-0. And slugs this to left. It's got good carry, but Barbonente on the warning track makes the catch. Oh, it hung in the air and just enough for Barbonente to find it on the track. Next one is guided back through the middle. Bach has a base hit. Hura stops at third, and the bases are loaded with Scarlet Knights. Rutgers has a rally for sure in the 7th.
And that was a rocket right up the middle, a clutch piece of hitting. And
the break even. Swing and a miss! Ball game over! And Bridget Namath delivers a strikeout when it matters most. It got troublesome in the bottom of the 7th, but Penn State's freshman ace closes it out, and the Nittany Lions win it 4-1 to start the series.
8 strikeouts for Bridget Namath, and the clutchest of the day to wrap this one up in the bottom of the 7th. Finally, some action on the base pass for the Scarlet Knights in the 7th, but the freshman, Bridget Namath, does it again.
Rutgers had more hits in the 7th than the first 6 innings. 3 hits